What's going on, members of the Burger Empire? Brian here for Body by Burgers. This is like my 17th straight truck video, but yeah, I got a day off today, and I've just been super busy running errands, getting things done, getting my passport taken care of, because working on some things that, yeah. But anyway, got my passport done. Sweet pimple right there, but got my passport done, sent off, and paid for, because apparently I'm going to need that come the new year. And, yeah. I guess you guys will have to wait and see what I've got planned and working on in the new year. But, what I kind of want to talk about today is, positivity. And I think this just kind of goes in general terms, but and I'm going to try and give some examples about this. Like, for those of you that don't know, a few months ago I did go through a pretty negative time in my life. Kind of was a little bit defeated. Didn't see like a lot of value in what I was doing, or me as a person, I guess is kind of the way to put it. But overall, I was not a happy person. I was pretty negative and anxiety-filled and pretty depressive, and right now I'm doing pretty good. Actually, probably better than I've done in a very long time. But I'm kind of here to say, like, I mean, if you're going through a negative funk or a negative spell or whatever the case may be, you need to, I know this is going to sound cheesy and corny, and part of me even feels, what's the word? I don't know, almost like, part of me feels like a Hallmark card, almost, or a cliche, but you really do have to look at the positive sides of everything. You know, it's just the little things that you take a look at, and it kind of helped rewire my brain in a way, because I would always look at the negatives of things, and that got me nowhere. And, you know, I had a couple friends help me out by saying, you know, have a better attitude and things like that. But, yeah, like, things really started to kind of take off once instead of looking at the negatives of the situation, I looked at the positives. And I know it's incredibly hard to look at the positives when things have been so bad and so wrong for so long that you just fixate on it, and you're like, well, why is the bad things happening to me? But you've got to turn that around for yourself. You just got to basically look at the positives. Now, during this time, you know, of course, got a new job, but I didn't, you know, wasn't finding the groove. Things were going not so well. Wasn't hitting targets, things like that. You know, and I kind of had the mentality that I went in every day. It's like, I don't want to be here because I know I'm going to get shit at, or I'm going to get yelled at for something. And, you know, it's... You basically defeated yourself before you even started with that kind of attitude. And, you know, what kind of slowly changed is, like, I mean, I got a couple sales here and there, and I was like, you know, that's pretty good. I'm doing my job. Things are working well. So, you know, you go in, you hit this groove, and you're just like, hey, you know, I got one yesterday. I'm going to get one today. And once you say you're going to get one, you're going to get another and another, and it just kind of steamrolls. And, I mean, work is one example, but there's also a lot of other examples that we can use. Like, as, for example, last week I tried to PR a deadlift, well, not PR, yeah, I'll say PR, like, post-procedure PR a deadlift, and unfortunately I did not hit the deadlift, but if you were looking on the outside, you're gonna be like, oh man, that guy failed his deadlift, like, he's not doing that good, and whatever the case may be. But instead of saying, oh man, that's shitty, what you could do is turn that around and be like, oh, that's awesome that you even tried to do that, right? It's just the little things, and you got to train your brain and rewire it in an aspect that you don't think you can. And it does really honestly start with the small things. When I very first started this YouTube channel, I thought, this is it. This is my career. I'm going to take off. Maybe not overnight, but I'm going to take off. And here I am almost 2 years later, still sitting like at 70 subscribers, and definitely not my living. But I'm not giving up on it. And don't get it twisted. Like, as much as I've been continuing to make videos, I've definitely had my low points, and you guys have probably noticed those low points when I wasn't putting out videos consistently, when I wasn't being me. And when it came right down to it, like, I let outside factors determine what was going on with the things that I wanted to do. And you know, it's like, oh, I'm not making my living from YouTube, and I'm almost 2 years into this, blah, 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 blah. And that's not necessarily always going to be the case either. YouTube is a funny game, and it takes a while to go into it, but I feel that I have a positive image, a positive outlook, and a unique outlook in the health and fitness industry, and I've got a story to share. So it really just comes down to not giving up on that. And of course, like I said, you guys see my peaks and valleys when I was depressive, and a lot of external factors I let those external factors affect how my video production or my character or self-esteem came across in the videos. And that's something that I'm going to really try my best not to do, because there's always something positive to look at. Like, yeah, I live with my parents, but at least I got a roof over my head. I've got food that I can eat, right? I've got a job that is actually allowing me to get slightly ahead in life, believe it or not, because I haven't had a passport for 4 years, and I just went in and paid for a passport that I couldn't afford to do like 4 years ago. So things are looking up, and that's just simply what you guys got to do too. I mean, it can be something small, like even just paying for someone else's coffee. If you're having a shitty day and things are negative and you're just overall in a funk and you can't find something positive to think about, create that something positive to think about. If you're in that Tim Hortons lineup, or I'm not sure what the American equivalent would be to Tim Hortons, like maybe Dunkin' Donuts, it's $2, right? Like $2 isn't a lot, but you can make someone's day by paying for their coffee, and in turn make your day by saying that you've done something positive for someone. You know, and it'll go a long way. Just random acts of kindness. Think positive and be positive, and positive things will happen. In the past 2 months, I've had more growth on this YouTube channel than I've had in, God, I can't even remember. Like, I've gained almost 20 subscribers in 2 months, and that's like super appreciative. Like, it kind of blows my mind, because for the longest time I was stuck at that like 60 mark or 50 mark or something like that. But I mean, and I think it just goes to show that, I mean, people do love drama, there's no doubt about that, but you know, positive images will come across more so than the negative, and you just got to stay true to yourself. I think I'm gonna leave the video here before I ramble too much longer, but I mean, overall, what's got to happen for you guys is just literally take everything and make it positive, is what it comes down to. You're going to have moments that are terrible, you're going to have moments that suck, and you're going to have moments that are kind of shitty. But try your best to look on the positive side of those things, and I promise you things will turn around. And if you can't find a positive out of a situation, create that positive. Buy that coffee. Friggin' do what it takes to create a positive situation. And for me, I work in the customer service industry and retail, so I have the opportunity to create a positive outcome or a positive opportunity multiple times a day. That is the video today, guys. If you like the video, make sure to like that video. Comment in the comment section below if you've created a positive situation for yourself. And subscribe if you guys haven't subscribed already. It's the only way to become a member of this burger empire. And trust me, it will be an empire, especially come the new year, where I have a bunch of things planned for you guys. And until next time, burger hard.